Good evening, everyone. I am getting ready to make carrot cake cookies. Never made them before. My niece made some beautiful looking carrot cake cookies. I did not get to taste them. She runs a side hustle selling cookies, and I live too far away to go grab one. But she posted pictures. They look delicious, and I had carrots, so I'm going to give it a try. I don't know what recipe she used. She's busy at the moment, so I couldn't ask. I Googled it, and I found a crumble carrot cake cookie recipe from Lifestyle of a Foodie website. Sorry, it's been a long day. I will link it down below. I just mentioned that because there is at least 8 different crumble carrot cake cookie recipes floating around. And I just liked her pictures the best. And they're all very similar, but they're not exact. So this one, it's a lot of ingredients. Lots and lots of ingredients. The only thing I didn't have was buttermilk. Not buttermilk. Nope. Heavy cream, completely different than buttermilk. I did not have heavy cream, and I was gonna run to the store and get some, but it's raining all day, and I keep getting flood warnings, and I don't exactly know what roads are flooded, so I'm just gonna substitute milk. And then I realized milk is not an even substitution, but that's what I'm gonna use. It's just 3 tablespoons. It just might affect the density of the cookie, but I feel like it's small enough amount that it's really not gonna matter. So anyway, I'm not gonna do list every single ingredient. I will list, if you're really interested in making them, I'll link the recipe down below so you can print it out yourself. First thing I'm gonna do is clean the carrots. I need I need 1/2 cup of shredded carrots. All right, I'm shredding. I love the sound of shredding. So this shredder has 3 sides, and that's like a slicer. And I'm using the medium. I've never made carrot cake cookies before. And it's been a long, long time since I made carrot cake. So I hope this is the right size. Hopefully it's the right size. I also I love this shredder because it has a plastic cup that fits in the bottom, but and then what you shred will fall into it if you were using it, which I'm not, because it's got cheese in it. And it also comes with a lid, and so it's in the fridge with cheese I shredded the other day. So I don't know. Just wanted to add a little sound of shredding because I like the sound of shredding. So I gotta do 1/2 cup's worth. So let me keep shredding and see if I can get 1/2 cup, or how many carrots it's gonna take to get 1/2 cup. So I put all the dry ingredients in one bowl. There was a lot of dry ingredients. It was 1 3/4 cup flour, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon allspice, 1/4 teaspoon ginger, pinch of cloves, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. You know what? I didn't do a pinch of cloves because I don't know what a freaking pinch of cloves means. So I'm just gonna, there. A fingernail scoop. I know that's gonna gross someone out because my hands are clean, and me and my husband are the only one eating these cookies. Anyway, I watch a lot of baking videos, and it just surprises me how so many people comment that long fingernails are gross and unsanitary. I'm like, dude, I wash my nails quite frequently. They're no more unsanitary than the rest of my hand. So I wash them just as well as I wash everything else. So I don't know. I think some people have an unnatural hatred towards people with long nails. All right, so now I'm gonna get the wet ingredients together. All right, so the next step for the wet ingredients is 1/2 cup butter, 1/3 cup brown sugar, and 1/3 cup granulated sugar creamed together. And then you add the carrots, a tablespoon of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of the cream, which I don't have. I'm going to use milk, and then an egg yolk. So this is the fun part. I am absolutely 100% terrible about cracking eggs. This is my favorite Oriental soup spoon, and this is how I separate eggs from yolk. Yolk from whites, egg white. Ooh, if I can do it right. Okay, let me scoop that back up. There we go. And then I'm just gonna I didn't mean to drop that shell in there. Now I'm gonna have to wash it out there. Okay. I'm gonna put it in my hand only for a second because I want to get rid of that egg snot. And then put it back in. I'm trying to get this. Can you see it? This white stuff. If you ever, this is just normal part of an egg, but I don't want it in there. If you ever watch like baking videos, a lot of times when they crack like 40 eggs, and then whip them together, like in professional bakeries, they will then run it through a fine mesh, doing their best to get rid of this. Oh my God, come on, come off. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it off. I'm gonna keep trying because I do not want that. Don't want that in my baking. Can you see what I'm talking about? That white stuff. This is my absolute favorite vanilla. I was on a cruise years ago, and it was on some port, I don't remember. That's where we bought it. Cottonmouth probably. And then now my husband just orders it online for me when I need more. Oh my God, am I even gonna have a tablespoon worth? He actually ordered this for me last year. Usually vanilla lasts me 3 or 4 years, but oh my God. Gonna have to get me some more. So yeah, highly recommend this brand. And then, what was it? 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons heavy cream. Sorry. I know, like, should I be using it? And this is liquid, whatever. Liquid. Now I'm second guessing myself. 1, 2. Oh well. Alright, there we go. Now we gotta cream that together and then add that, and then, I don't know. What am I gonna do with 1 egg white? Don't know. Alright, here's the dough. So I just read the recipe. It said 8 cookies. And I realized crumble cookies are bigger than normal. So we'll see. I do have a bigger cookie scoop. So we're gonna use this one. I feel like this is gonna be more than 8, but I tend to be wrong. So let's see how many cookies we get out of this. All right, I made 10 cookies and I did press them down a little bit per the recipe. And yes, that is a butter dish on my stove. I actually need 3 tablespoons of butter for the frosting. And I forgot to take it out earlier to make it room temperature. So I'm hoping the heat from the stove will soften it so I can use it to make the cream cheese frosting. I don't normally make big cookies like this, so I don't know. I'm still just a little leery because if you watch my videos, you know a couple weeks ago I made sugar cookies from like the Dollar Tree store-bought kit, and they turned out terrible. They flattened, they burnt, it just did not work. And I don't know what I did wrong. I'm not gonna blame it on the actual package because I make plenty of mistakes, but on the other hand, I don't plan on buying any more Dollar Tree cookie mixes. I will whip up my own cookie dough. So let's see if this works. I gotta taste test the dough. There's not much left. I did a good job of scraping it. The bowl, there's just some left in this cookie thing. But it tastes pretty good. I can taste all the spices. Hopefully it turns out. All right, it's been 12 minutes. I checked the bottoms. They're brown. I think they're done. They're not flat. This is why I don't know how Crumbl does it. And I did actually call my niece to ask how she gets such flat cookies. And she flattens them beforehand. And then if they're not flat enough for her when they come out, when they're still warm, like right now, she'll flatten them even more. So that's what I'm going to do. She says she uses a spatula, but all my spatulas have, these air vents in them. And I don't want those marks in the cookies, so I'm just going to use my rice thing and then look for a metal spatula next time I go shopping. So I'm going to flatten these out and then let them cool down before I make the frosting. I don't know how she does it. It's like they just won't flatten. They're very thick. I'm just going to have to I'm going to have Abby teach me sometime. these are flat enough. And you know, sometimes they do flatten more as they're cooling, but I just don't want to break them. So, oh my God, I guess I need to watch some videos on crumble cookie copycats. So I made the cream cheese frosting, but I did double what the recipe said because she only used 4 ounces of cream cheese. And I felt like that was good enough to cover all the cookies. And cream cheese frosting is cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, and vanilla. So pretty standard. But now I feel like I have too much, but that's okay. We'll see. I have a piping bag, so I'm going to put as much as I can into the piping bag, trying to make them look a little pretty. And then I'm also going to put walnuts. I'm sorry, these are pecans. Or are these walnuts? Don't remember. I think they're pecans. Yes, they are pecans. Oh wait, or is that a walnut? Oh my God, I don't remember. All right, they really are pecans. I just checked the bag in the pantry. All right, so I just have a round tip. My niece Abby always just does like a round piping, like in a circle. And I technically have never been to a crumble, but I've tasted a couple that my sister bought, and a lot of the copycats I think do the same thing. So I think this is how it crumble. Oh my God, is this gonna be too thick? Here we go. So just like, oh damn, there's a hole in this piping bag. You see that? Damn it. Oh my God. Well, that blows. I gotta at least finish this cookie. Gosh darn it. This is not gonna work. I gotta get a different. Oh, what the hell? How is there a hole in this piping bag? All right. And then, so you get the idea. And then I was just going to sprinkle some pecans, not over the whole thing, just like the recipe, the lady that I got the recipe from. That's what she did. Let me see if I have another piping bag and fix whatever the heck just happened right there. Believe it or not, I just put a piece of masking tape over the hole and it seems to be working. Can you see that on camera? Oh! Oh my God, it's like, okay, that didn't work. It's like the seam split. This is what happens if you buy cheap bags. That was a cheap bag. Here I'm just like doing a close-up so I can have the thumbnail of the 3 that look good, because I'm not gonna add the icing back to a new piping bag. I emptied this piping bag out and all I have is more of these cheap thin ones. I've had Wilton piping bags before. I love them. They're thicker, maybe because this cream cheese frosting is so thick. So lesson learned, don't cheap out on piping bags because you'll regret it. So since this is just for me and my husband, I'm not like my niece Abby who's selling them. Just going old school. And I'm just gonna put it on like I'm icing a cupcake, because I'll tell you the truth, it's 11:30 at night and I really just want to taste test these. And I'm not necessarily a fan of, sorry, that's not doing that on camera. I don't know. I mean, it does look good, but I don't know. Let's see. Just sprinkle that in the middle. That looks good too. Don't have to do fancy piping for it to look good. So that still looks good. All right, so I'm gonna just do the old school lathered on like I would for a cupcake. I mean, I've piped cupcakes too, but Sometimes you just need to swirl it on with a mini spatula. Whoever invented these mini spatulas. Love, love, love it. And I made too much icing. That's okay. It'll just stay in the fridge. And then maybe I'll make muffins and then I'll have icing to go with the muffins. Because I still have more carrots. Or maybe I'll do my original idea of the donuts that I never got around to. But this frosting will be fine in the fridge for a while. So I will refrigerate these cookies. Normally I don't refrigerate cookies, but they got cream cheese frosting. So I will refrigerate them. There isn't like tons of icing left over, so I definitely needed more than the original recipe. But remember, I made 10 when the original recipe only made 8. But still, it's the same amount of cookie dough, so I don't know. Maybe the original baker made bigger cookies. I don't know. I don't want to do too many nuts on it because I do like a little nuts on my carrot cake, but I don't want it like overpowering. Robert cut these up for me. All right, those look just as good. I mean, don't they? You got fancy piping, plain old piping. All right, taste test time. I'm gonna go with the slathered on because it's a lot more of the frosting. That's a good cookie. That's a really good cookie. Oh my God. I would make these again. Robert loves carrot cake. So what do you think?
I think they're really good.
You like them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to refrigerate them because it does have cream cheese frosting. Cream cheese frosting. Don't you think they should be refrigerated?
I don't know anything about these.
Does your mom always refrigerate her carrot cake?
I don't remember.
I don't think she would have because of the cream cheese frosting. That was good. It's got a lot of ingredients, but they're all spices that you should already have in your cabinet anyway. And remember, I used regular milk instead of whipping cream or heavy cream. You think it would have made a difference?
What?
I used 3 tablespoons of regular milk instead of 3 tablespoons of heavy cream.
In the icing?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
The cookie dough.
I don't know.
Still tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
I read a bunch of different cookie recipes, carrot cake cookie recipes, and some of them didn't use heavy cream. And so that's why I felt comfortable
So
just...
weird, they don't look like carrot cake.
They don't. If you look closely, you can see the carrot. Danny.
Don't do it. No. Come on.
He's got flour on him.
Come on. Oh, damn it. Look what you did, you stupid idiot.
That was a cat. Now there's icing on my phone.